What's up guys, it's Ryan Benecki. Thought I'd make this video to kind of sell some confusion. A lot of people have been asking me, like, how do you play PlayStation 3 games on your PlayStation Vita? Can you do it? What titles are supported? A lot of people don't know all this information. That's kind of confusing actually. Sony's made it really kind of confusing for people to understand it. So I'm going to just lay it down right now and try to sell it out a little bit, try and make people understand how this crazy thing that Sony's made. And basically, it boils down to 3 sections. Now people ask, can I play PlayStation 3 games on my Vita? The answer is yes, you can. But it's there's all sorts of different ways. And there's 3 main ways, 3 sections. I'm going to break it down. PlayStation Minis, Remote Play, and Crossplay. Now, just right off the bat, PS Minis, PlayStation Minis were obviously games that were made about 2 years ago. I think Sony did this. It was to launch with the PSP Go, if you remember that, the download-only PSP. They were meant to be bite-sized games under 100 MB, just bite-sized games, kind of like what the iPhone and Android have. And Sony added PS3 support to PS Minis a while ago, so PS Minis are now you can play them on your PS3. And then the PS Vita came out, so of course PS Minis are also going to play on PS Vita. So there you go. That is one technicality. So can I play PS3 games on my PS Vita? Yes, because PS Minis can play on PS3s and PS Vitas. So, obviously you have to check the list of compatible games that Sony supports, obviously, because when the PS Vita launched, Sony posted on the PlayStation blog that there's only 280 something games that are supported, and that's PSP and PS Mini games. So there's a certain list of PSP and PS Mini games that are supported on the PS Vita. Now, obviously, the PS3 can't play PSP games, but it can play PS Mini games. So that's why I say that when someone asks, can I play PS3 games on my PS Vita? Sure, you can. There's a lot of games, actually, because PS Minis are supported on both platforms. So PS Minis work on PS Vita and PS3. Most of them are supported, but not all of them are supported. Next section is Remote Play. Now, Remote Play, if you remember, is with the PSP. You do basically, a PSP will act as only a display server, or the PSP would act as just a screen that the PS3 screen would be displayed on. So the PS3 would be doing all the horsepower. Obviously a PS Vita or a PSP can't support all that horsepower, but they're just a screen. That's all they are. They're just a monitor. The PS3 is doing all the horsepower. And either, you could be in the same house, or you could be at someone else's house using Remote Play through the network and Remote Start, where you turn your PS3 on from home and you'd see your PS3 screen, all that. You guys should know how that works. I just shouldn't have to do a Remote Play video. It's all that information's out there. But if you do Remote Play, some PS3 games are supported through Remote Play. So your PS3 would be playing the game, but you would be putting button inputs and looking at the game on your PS Vita or PSP. So on a technicality, that's another way you can play PS3 games on your PS Vita. So, but that doesn't support everything either. I think only a few games, there's only a few that are supported on that too. I know Layer is a full disc game that is supported, where if you put it in the PS3 and you play it on your PS Vita or your PSP, you can play it on here. Pixel Junk Eden, Pixel Junk Monsters, those are supported. I know those are definitely supported. Sony did demo Killzone 3 being played on a PS Vita back in I don't know where they did it. Some event, I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. But that actually is not supported. It was a demo. They're just showing that it could happen and that the support could be implemented by developers. But unfortunately, you cannot play Killzone 3 on your PS Vita through Remote Play. But on a technicality, that's a way you can play PS3 games on your PS Vita. The last section that PS3 games and PS Vita games is the one that Sony's been advertising. It's called Crossplay. It's where a game is specifically made for PS3 and it's specifically made for PS Vita. Not PS Minis, where it's just made for 3 different platforms. Not a Remote Play game where it's technically only a PS3 game and the PS Vita is being a display for it. No. Cross-play games means it's made for both systems. That doesn't always mean that if you buy one, you get both. Depends on how the developer wants to handle that, if they do want to give you both versions. But cross-play is if the game is made for both systems, and you can transfer your saves in between if they support that, which obviously they should. And that's what that is. And unfortunately, there's only like 4 games, I think, that support crossplay. The PS Vita is fairly new, obviously, so it's kind of, you wouldn't expect Sony to support so much right out of the gate, even though you would kind of hope so they can sell you a good product. But I believe MLB 2012 The Show is supported. Hustle Kings is supported. Wipeout 2048 is supported. Obviously, there are more coming. Sony has already announced PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. That was at E3 2012. They confirmed crossplay. Another one, I believe, that is getting supported. Or, yeah, Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time. That is being supported. That is going to have crossplay. So PS3 will be able to you'll transfer your save to PS Vita and you start playing on your PS Vita. I don't know if that means you'll have to buy both versions. That hasn't been announced yet. I know Metal Gear Solid also supports that, the Metal Gear Solid collection. If you own it on PS3 and PS Vita, you can transfer those saves. So you can just, start playing on PS3 and then start playing on PS Vita after you transfer your save and then go out and do whatever you want. But that does not support the buy one, get both thing that we both kind of have been getting confused with. And that's really what it all comes down to, is if you buy one game and then you get both versions. That's what should be happening, but obviously that's not happening just yet. PS Vita is still fairly new, guys. You got to just give it a little bit of the time to settle in. I know one person asked me if I can play Uncharted 3 on my Vita. No, sir, you can't. It's not supported through remote play, and I wouldn't even do it that way. And obviously Uncharted 3 is not on the PS Vita, and it does not have crossplay because it doesn't exist. But those are the three main ways. PS Minis, remote play, and cross-play games. That's pretty much it. Those are the three ways to do it, and honestly, there's not that many ways to do it. The most broad one is actually PS Minis. The PS Vita actually supports a good amount of minis. I'd say over 100, over 150. And if the supported game actually isn't in that list that Sony published, you can actually check out my PS Vita tips and tricks video. There's actually a section in that video where I show you how to get some games that aren't supported onto your Vita anyway. Sometimes your Vita will just recognize it if you do it a certain way. You can click that video right here, and you can check that out. It's a couple minutes in, and I'll show you how to get certain games on your Vita if it doesn't support it. But that's pretty much it. The most broad one is PS Minis. PS Minis, there's a lot of them you can play on PS3 and PS Vita, but those don't support cross-play saves. So you can't save the game, and then continue your save on your Vita. But that's the most broad one, where it's, can I play PS3 games on my PS Vita? Yes, but, that's PS Minis. In terms of, actively supported games for PS3 and PS Vita, it's a very small list, 4 games. There's more coming, though. You just gotta hold out, guys. PS Vita's still very early in its life cycle, so you gotta give it a couple more years to really broaden up and get better and stuff and have those major releases start coming. As you know, the system isn't performing that well right now in the market, but just hold out, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. I want you to subscribe. I want you to comment. I want you to like this video. I want you to do whatever. Call me a douchebag. I don't care. Just give me something, I like all that stuff. It really helps me out a great deal. Thank you. Thanks for watching. And if you want, you can check out my other videos. I'm going to show a screen right now. It's going to have all sorts of my older videos. You can check out how to get playlists on your PS Vita, since the music app doesn't have that. You can check out how to use the web browser while you're playing a game. I also still have that tips and tricks video I did. Check it out, guys. I got a lot more coming. Stay tuned.